Welcome to our 2019 SEA Games Daily Highlight Show. We've come to the end of day 5. Plenty of medals again won by Team Singapore today. We're going to delve a bit deeper into some of the threads that have unraveled across the course of the day. We're going to start off with basketball 5-on-5, where Singapore took on Vietnam.
We were there and they took on the Vietnam team, where they unfortunately lost 99-78. The boys showed character. They tried to chase and close down the lead, but unfortunately their late resurgence couldn't really get the game for them.
Well, we certainly can't fault the boys for a lack of trying, and as you can tell, it was a very physical game and our boys were really outmuscled very often in during the game. And what I really liked about our athletes was that they took full ownership of defeat and they didn't try to blame any external causes, as you can tell from this interview.
On our part, I think we're not aggressive enough for them. There's a lot of things that we do that are not up to our standards yet. So, a loss is a loss. So we're just gonna take it.
Well, in basketball terms, I was saying that because they have a lot of more offensive support than we do. That actually gave their shooters a lot of confidence, and they are actually hitting like 52% from the 3-point range, which is a disaster on our defensive end. So what we need to do is in future when we meet them, we know what to adjust. So yeah.
And I guess today the key word is resilience, because we witnessed that firsthand at the sports that we covered in badminton as well as in Q Sports.
That's right. Jiamin was already a set down, and the second set was really a tough fight against her opponent. We thought that was it, but then she somehow mastered something from within and she brought it to the third set.
This, of course, is the women's singles round of 16, so a very important game for her. And just when many people thought that she was over and done with, she somehow dug deep and pushed to the rubber set. And then what happened?
And then unfortunately she had to retire due to injury. Apparently it was her left knee that was giving her problems. All this could be due to a tough season that she had just before the SEA Games, going to multiple tournaments, and basically perhaps overworking her already tired body.
Yeah, and she somehow managed to find the strength to say a couple of words to us at the end of it.
During the third set, the first few points, there was one shot where I sort of jumped and then I felt that my knee kind of twisted a bit. Then then I didn't expect that I would strain it during the game. I feel that I'm disappointed for the performance in this year's SEA Games. I felt that maybe I was not prepared enough for it. So I hope that I'll be able to go back and find out how I can prepare better for the next competition.
So we want to wish Jiamin, who is number 1 in Singapore when it comes to the women's singles, a very speedy recovery, and we'll see you in the Olympic qualifiers in January 2020.
So apart from badminton, we also went to check out the 9-ball pool doubles, where our men's team took on the guys from Myanmar.
That's right. They are the reigning champions and they faced their opponents from Myanmar. And to see them, struggle to try and get into the game because they were trailing 8-0. The gold medal goes to the first team that reaches 9. And for the Singaporean team, who are the defending champions, to trail 8-0, it's amazing how they still maintained a cool head and they kept their composure.
That's right. While covering the games, seeing them go down 8-0, I thought this was going to be an early day for me. 9-0 and then I called it a day. But guess what? These guys came back from 8-0 to bring the game to 8-4.
Yeah, Gary was freezing. He said, I can't wait to get out of here. I'm freezing, just wearing my little t-shirt. But to his horror, with only 2 more shots that the Myanmar opponents needed to win the goal, somehow they missed the shots. The Singaporean duo came back on the table. They cleared the last 2 shots and that's it. They went straight. They won the 4 straight. In the end, it was a tough order to expect them to come back from 8-0 down to win it at 9-8. So it's a decent performance nonetheless. They settled for the silver medal.
Maybe we just tell each other that one rack at a time. Hopefully we can come back it will be an amazing comeback if you were able to come back.
It didn't work so well today, so yeah, we will definitely hit the practice tables again.
I'm glad that I was there to experience firsthand how they refused to give up and they continued fighting, regardless of whether there was a chance for them to bounce back.
Well, certainly one of the common themes we've seen in this particular games is that a lot of our traditional sports, the traditional team sports, have maybe not quite performed as we expected, but what we have seen are a lot of our niche sports really come to the front and winning medals. Things like underwater hockey, the dance sports, and the like.
Yeah, speaking of niche sports, another niche sport that just started was actually esports. They had their opening ceremony today. This is the first time that esports actually included in major games like the SEA Games, and they mentioned they're actually lobbying for esports to be included in the Tokyo 2020 Olympics next year. The SEA Games this year includes games like Tekken 7 and Arena of Valor. I actually spoke to one of the Arena of Valor team members, Dabbie, and he mentions to us how actually there's a similarity between esports and traditional sports that people see during major games.
For esports, right, it also is physically and mentally draining as well, in the sense that maybe for a best of 7 series, it could last up to maybe 2 to 3 hours or maybe even more. So in this sense, right, it's very taxing on your physically and mentally. Yeah.
SEA Games is such a great platform for a niche sport like esports to gain recognition for both the athletes and the community.
Certainly, recognition is something that the entire essence of having a major games where athletes strive and compete for the top positions. It really sums up everything. I think the same goes for esports, and every sport needs a community to thrive, and we have seen throughout these games every single community for their sport, how they've come together, how they have really bonded, and how they've really brought to life the entire games. And let us know if you are one of those people out there who are attending the games. We'd really like to hear from you. Just leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you do like our content, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also hit the bell notification button so you know whenever we upload our content.
If you want to find out more of the latest news and highlights of our Team Singapore athletes in action, just check out the links below. Bye for now.